up just how much Papoose ain't got. And you ain't gonna have it either, because he finna burn you down the same way he done burnt Rippy down, and a few other women out here he burning down too.
And a powerhouse in her own right, allegedly filed a case against rapper Papoose, and the details emerging from this situation are causing a stir. The initial reports are confusing with conflicting narratives appearing across news platforms. But Tasha K, the celebrity commentator known for breaking celebrity drama stories, claims she has the inside scoop. According to her, the reasons behind Claressa's alleged legal action are far more personal.
Claressa, the only thing that's a cancer to the Black community is the cancer you about gonna get from HPV, from sleeping with a man that's sleeping with more women than you. And I don't wish that on you. But pap smear, he gonna cause you to get a series of pap smears with the rotational women that he's messing with, including, in my opinion, is still his current wife.
And complicated than what most headlines suggest. It all started when screenshots and messages began circulating online, hinting at a private conversation between Papoose and Claressa Shields, while many social media users jumped to conclusions, suggesting that this was a simple misunderstanding or miscommunication. Tasha K insists that the situation is layered with multiple dimensions of betrayal, trust issues, and alleged misconduct. Fans of both figures were left stunned, as Claressa Shields had maintained a relatively private life outside of her boxing career, rarely making headlines unrelated to sports.
All y'all trollers, liars, Tasha K and Lakeisha Dean, this is for y'all. Y'all are cancer to the Black African-American culture. Y'all are cancer. All y'all do y'all whole career try to break down Black women and tell lies about them. Y'all are sick. And y'all are some sick individuals, and I hate y'all. I do. I hate y'all. And quit making videos about me. If you hate me so much, stop making videos. I'm not scared of none of y'all. Hey, none of y'all make me do nothing different. Nothing. I'm self-made, self-built. I got $8 million.
The alleged messages reportedly revealed interactions that Claressa perceived as inappropriate, unsolicited, or even threatening, depending on which source one reads. Tasha K emphasized that these exchanges were the spark that ignited Claressa's alleged decision to seek legal recourse. In her commentary, Tasha K explained that Claressa, being a professional athlete at the top of her game, is extremely protective of her personal life and reputation. Any perceived intrusion or violation of privacy could understandably provoke a strong reaction, especially when it involves someone as public as Papoose. However, this isn't just a story about text messages. Tasha K argues that the case has deeper roots, stemming from a history of prior interactions between Claressa Shields and Papoose that fans may not be aware of. In her video, Tasha K detailed how Claressa reportedly felt disrespected and manipulated by Papoose's alleged actions, which, according to Tasha, went beyond casual messaging. Tasha K suggested that Claressa's legal team viewed these actions as harassment or a violation of personal boundaries, which led them to pursue legal options. To protect their client, the social media reaction was immediate. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok erupted with speculation. Some fans expressed disbelief that Papoose, a veteran in the music industry and someone who has maintained a public image of professionalism, could be involved in such a controversy. Others sided with Claressa, praising her for taking a stand and asserting her rights, especially in an era where public figures often face undue scrutiny and harassment. Tasha K's video added fuel to the fire, as she presented screenshots, timelines, and insider commentary that painted a narrative of Claressa taking decisive action against what she considered unacceptable behavior. While some critics questioned Tasha K's motives and whether she was sensationalizing the situation for views, she defended her reporting, stating that she had verified her sources and that Claressa Shields' alleged legal filing was not a baseless claim. Tasha highlighted that Claressa's actions are in line with a broader movement of athletes and public figures refusing to tolerate behavior that compromises their personal and professional integrity. This perspective resonated with many viewers, especially those aware of the challenges faced by women in the entertainment and sports industries when dealing with public scrutiny and unwanted attention. At the heart of the matter, Tasha K explained, is Claressa Shields' sense of self-respect and her determination to maintain boundaries. She argued that while fans may perceive Papoose's alleged actions as minor or trivial, from Claressa's standpoint, they were significant enough to warrant legal attention. The tension between perception and reality is a recurring theme in celebrity news, and this case exemplifies how private matters can quickly become public spectacles when high-profile figures are involved. Moreover, Tasha K emphasized that Claressa's legal filing was not just about sending a message to Papoose, it was also a statement to the world. By allegedly taking action, Claressa underscores the importance of accountability, regardless of someone's fame or industry status. Tasha noted that in today's environment, celebrities are often held to inconsistent standards, where misconduct is either ignored or amplified depending on who is involved. Claressa's stance, as Tasha framed it, represents a pushback against this imbalance, signaling that public figures can and should protect themselves from perceived harm. The legal implications are still unfolding. According to Tasha K, Claressa's team is pursuing a formal complaint that could lead to court hearings, public statements, and possibly settlements. While the details remain confidential, insiders have reportedly confirmed that the initial filing addresses personal boundaries, communication, harassment, and other allegations that Claressa found unacceptable. This has created a media frenzy, with gossip channels, entertainment reporters, and fans dissecting every possible angle. Tasha K's commentary served as a focal point for this discussion, offering context and analysis that many mainstream outlets were not providing. Finally, Tasha K stressed that this story is far from over. The alleged filing is just the beginning of what could become a drawn-out legal and public relations battle. Claressa Shields, known for her discipline and focus in the boxing ring, is now channeling that same energy into defending her personal life and reputation. The tension between her and Papoose is emblematic of broader issues in celebrity culture, where private interactions can escalate into public controversies, and where the line between personal grievances and legal action is often blurred. As Part 1 concludes, audiences are left with a clear understanding of the stakes. Claressa Shields, at the peak of her athletic career, allegedly feels compelled to take legal action against Papoose due to actions she perceives as harmful. Tasha K, leveraging her insider knowledge and social media influence, provides viewers with a detailed narrative that contextualizes the controversy, explains the motivations, and sets the stage for the next developments. In Part 2, we will delve deeper into the specifics of the alleged interactions, the reactions from fans and insiders, and the potential ramifications for both Claressa, Shields, and Papoose as this story continues to unfold. The alleged interactions between Claressa, Shields, and Papoose are at the heart of this unfolding controversy. According to Tasha K, the messages that circulated online provide a glimpse into why Claressa reportedly felt the need to take legal action. Fans first noticed unusual social media activity when screenshots emerged, showing exchanges that appeared to be between Claressa and Papoose. While some posts were later claimed to be taken out of context or incomplete, Tasha K insists that what has been revealed so far paints a concerning picture. Tasha K described the alleged messages as persistent attempts by Papoose to contact Claressa despite indications that she was not receptive to his communication. The messages, according to her commentary, ranged from casual greetings to more personal inquiries that Claressa may have considered inappropriate. While some viewers argued that these could be normal interactions misinterpreted by the public, Claressa's perspective, shared through her legal representatives, frames them as unwanted advances that crossed personal boundaries. The timing of these messages also drew attention. Fans noted that the exchanges reportedly coincided with Claressa Shields' preparation for a major boxing match, a period when she would have been extremely focused and under immense pressure. Tasha K highlighted that athletes at this level have limited tolerance for distractions, especially those involving private matters being exposed publicly. From Claressa's perspective, the alleged messages were not just inconvenient, they were a direct violation of her privacy during a critical time in her career. Social media exploded once the screenshots went viral. Twitter threads analyzing every line of text, Instagram stories speculating about motives, and TikTok videos dramatizing the scenario-dominated feeds. Fans split into two camps. Some defended Claressa, applauding her for setting boundaries and taking a stand. Others questioned whether the situation had been exaggerated for online attention. Tasha K addressed both sides, pointing out that public opinion often fails to account for the nuances of private interactions. She argued that Claressa's alleged legal action is less about public perception and more about personal accountability. Adding to the controversy, Tasha K revealed that insiders had provided context, suggesting that this was not the first time Claressa felt pressured or manipulated by external attention. According to her sources, Claressa has a history of carefully managing who she communicates with and how, especially when it comes to high-profile figures. The alleged interactions with Papoose, therefore, were seen as particularly troubling because they disrupted her carefully maintained boundaries and created an environment of discomfort and mistrust. The narrative was further complicated by speculation regarding Papoose's intent. While some fans insisted that the rapper's messages were harmless, others suggested that his actions reflected a lack of respect for Claressa's autonomy. Tasha K emphasized that intent is difficult to determine publicly, but impact is measurable from Claressa's perspective. The impact was significant enough to warrant legal recourse. The juxtaposition of intent versus impact became a recurring theme in discussions across social media platforms. As the story developed, memes, reaction videos, and commentary posts proliferated. Fans dissected every alleged word of the messages, interpreting tone, emojis, and timing. Tasha K noted that this level of scrutiny can often distort reality, but it illustrates illustrates the public's fascination with celebrity drama. In her coverage, she urged viewers to focus on the facts that have been verified. Claressa allegedly filed a case, and Papoose allegedly engaged in communication that Claressa found unacceptable. The rest, Tasha suggested, remains speculation. Another critical aspect highlighted by Tasha K was the response from Papoose's camp. While he has not publicly confirmed or denied the allegations, representatives and some close associates have hinted at a misunderstanding or mischaracterization of events. Tasha K explored how this lack of clarity fuels public curiosity and intensifies the narrative, creating an environment where rumors and confirmed facts blend together. She stressed that Claressa's alleged legal action serves as a formal boundary in this scenario, ensuring that private grievances are addressed through proper channels rather than social media debates. The role of fan communities also cannot be overstated. Claressa Shields has a loyal following that rallies around her achievements and personal integrity, while Papoose commands a dedicated fan base in the music industry. The convergence of these communities on social media has magnified the stakes. With heated arguments, conflicting opinions, and trending hashtags keeping the story alive. Tasha K remarked that this digital battleground highlights the power of collective voices, but also underscores the challenges celebrities face in protecting their personal lives from public scrutiny, adding depth to her analysis. Tasha K pointed out parallels with other celebrity disputes where private communications became public controversies. She argued that Claressa's decision to allegedly file a case is consistent with a broader pattern of public figures using legal avenues to assert control over personal boundaries. In many ways, Tasha framed Claressa's actions as proactive, rather than reactive, demonstrating foresight and courage in a climate where private matters are often exploited for attention. Moreover, Tasha K addressed the emotional toll that this controversy may be taking on Claressa. Athletes at the top of their game experience immense pressure to perform, maintain public image, and manage personal life simultaneously. The alleged intrusion by Papoose's messages could exacerbate stress, anxiety, and emotional strain. Tasha highlighted that by taking legal action, Claressa not only seeks accountability but also aims to protect her mental well-being, setting a precedent for how professional athletes might handle similar situations in the future. Finally, Part 2 concludes with a reflection on the ongoing social media storm and the implications for both parties. Claressa Shields, as a boxing champion and public figure, is navigating a complex landscape where private grievances intersect with public fascination. Papoose, as a veteran rapper and entertainer, faces the challenge of managing reputation, fan perception, and possible legal consequences. Tasha K's coverage emphasizes that this story is far from resolved and that the coming weeks may reveal further developments, insider revelations, and legal updates that could dramatically shape public understanding. The stage is set for Part 3, where we will explore insider commentary, potential legal ramifications, and the broader implications for celebrity privacy, accountability, and public perception in the age of social media as the story progressed. Tasha K dug deeper into Claressa Shields' alleged reasons for filing a case against Papoose. According to her insider sources, the situation was far more intricate than the public had initially imagined. Beyond the alleged messages, there were patterns of behavior that Claressa's team reportedly found concerning. Tasha K revealed that Claressa's legal team meticulously documented interactions over several weeks, identifying a series of communications they viewed as persistent, unwanted, and invasive. This documentation reportedly formed the basis for her legal filing. Tasha K explained that while fans and commentators often focus on isolated messages or posts, Claressa's case emphasizes cumulative impact. Each interaction may have seemed minor on its own, but together, they reportedly represented a pattern of behavior Claressa could not ignore. According to Tasha, this is crucial because legal proceedings often weigh the context and frequency of incidents, not just singular events. Claressa's team wanted to establish that this was not a one-off situation but a consistent pattern that warranted intervention. Insiders also claimed that Claressa consulted closely with friends and advisors before taking legal steps. Tasha K shared that she had spoken to sources familiar with Claressa's decision-making process, who confirmed that the boxer was deliberate and thoughtful in her approach. She did not act impulsively, but instead weighed the emotional, professional, and public consequences of involving the legal system. This deliberate planning, Tasha argued, reflects Claressa's awareness of the complexities of celebrity culture, where actions are scrutinized, misinterpreted, and magnified almost instantly. On the other side, Tasha K noted that Papoose's team appeared caught off guard by the allegations. According to her reporting, some associates believed the situation could have been handled privately, but recognized that Claressa's legal approach ensured a formal, documented response. Tasha explained that from a legal perspective, this distinction is significant. Informal conversations rarely create enforceable boundaries, but official filings carry weight and demand acknowledgement. Claressa's decision, Tasha emphasized, sends a message that she will not tolerate behavior she perceives as harassment or boundary crossing, regardless of the other party's intentions or reputation. The legal angle, as Tasha K elaborated, could include claims of harassment, invasion of privacy, or other actions deemed inappropriate under relevant law. She pointed out that while specifics of the filing remain confidential, insiders suggested Claressa's legal team prepared a detailed narrative, combining documented interactions, witness statements, and contextual evidence to support her case. This methodical approach is consistent with how high-profile legal matters involving public figures are often managed, ensuring that each allegation is substantiated and presented clearly to avoid ambiguity. Tasha K also discussed the broader implications of Claressa Shields' alleged filing. Beyond the immediate dispute with Papoose, The case could influence how athletes and public figures handle unwanted attention. By taking legal action, Claressa potentially sets a precedent for others in the public eye, demonstrating that formal recourse is an option when personal boundaries are repeatedly crossed. Tasha emphasized that this perspective resonates widely, particularly among women in sports and entertainment, who often face challenges in asserting autonomy over their personal interactions without facing public backlash. In addition to legal considerations, Tasha K highlighted the emotional component of the situation. Sources close to Claressa reportedly described her as frustrated, hurt, and determined to protect her personal space. These emotional factors, while often overlooked by the media, play a critical role in her decision-making. Tasha explained that understanding Claressa's mindset provides context for her actions. This is not merely a public spectacle, but a deeply personal issue impacting her mental well-being, sense of security, professional focus. The insider revelations also included commentary on the potential ripple effects within the entertainment industry. Tasha K suggested that this case could spark discussions about accountability, boundaries, and professional conduct in celebrity interactions. If high-profile figures observe that private communications can lead to formal complaints, it may encourage greater caution and respect in personal and professional exchanges. According to Tasha, this could mark a cultural shift, reinforcing the importance of consent, respect, and clear boundaries in all interactions involving public figures. Tasha K also addressed critics who accuse Claressa of overreacting. She countered that public perception often overlooks power dynamics, gender considerations, and emotional impact. Claressa, as a prominent athlete, faces unique pressures that amplify the consequences of any perceived intrusion. Tasha underscored that the focus should not be solely on whether the messages were objectively harmful, but on how they were experienced by Claressa, the very person whose boundaries were allegedly crossed. Finally, Tasha K speculated on potential outcomes. Legal experts, according to her sources, suggested several scenarios: a settlement, mediation, or a formal court hearing. Each option carries different implications for Claressa and Papoose. A settlement might resolve the matter quietly, but without public acknowledgement, while a court hearing could generate further media attention, requiring both parties to navigate public scrutiny carefully. Tasha noted that regardless of the outcome, Claressa's decision to involve legal counsel ensures that her concerns are taken seriously, and that boundaries are formally recognized. As Part 3 concludes, the narrative shifts toward a broader understanding of celebrity privacy, accountability, and the intersection of personal grievances with public perception. Claressa Shields' alleged filing against Papoose, as Tasha K frames it, is both a personal defense mechanism and a public statement. She demands respect, sets clear limits, and signals that behavior deemed inappropriate will not be tolerated. The tension between personal boundaries and public curiosity sets the stage for Part 4, which will examine fan reactions, social media fallout, potential industry impact, and the continuing evolution of this highly publicized controversy as the story of Claressa Shields allegedly filing a case against Papoose unfolded. Fan reactions and social media chatter became a central part of the narrative. Following Tasha K's detailed reporting, audiences were quick to weigh in, with opinions varying widely across platforms. Twitter threads exploded with speculation, Instagram comment sections filled with debates, and TikTok creators produced viral content analyzing every detail of the alleged interactions. Tasha K highlighted that these reactions reflect both the intensity of celebrity culture and the high level of public investment in the lives of famous figures. Claressa Shields supporters overwhelmingly supported her and commended her for acting decisively. Her strength, independence, and readiness to stand up for her own rights were praised by many. Simple affirmations like "Claressa, you do you," and more in-depth evaluations praising her legal approach were among the comments. Supporters pointed out that Claressa's management of this situation reflects her professional attitude, as she is used to discipline, perseverance, and focus as a world champion boxer. Tasha K stressed that this fan support, which offered spiritual support and a sense of unity in the face of public criticism, probably strengthened Claressa's confidence in pursuing legal action. On the other hand, several Papoose supporters questioned how serious the accusations were. Forum and social media discussions indicated that his words may have been misunderstood or overblown for amusement. While acknowledging this viewpoint, Tasha K made the point that it is important to have a discussion about intent versus impact. Legally and personally, what matters is Claressa's perception of the encounters, regardless of whether Papoose intended harm. Tasha presented this argument as a microcosm of larger social conversations over responsibility, decency, and the ramifications of behavior in the digital age. The narrative was further fueled by comments, reaction videos, and memes. While some authors exploited the purported exchanges to provoke discussions about boundaries in celebrity culture, others dramatized them in a comedic way. According to Tasha K's analysis of these patterns, social media has two effects. It can distort context while simultaneously amplifying voices and narratives. In Claressa's instance, her court filing served as the focal point of internet rumors, underscoring the fine line that public individuals must walk between their personal lives and how the public views them. Industry insiders also provided their opinions. Sports, music, and entertainment representatives privately stated that the incident emphasizes the value of professional etiquette and respect for individual boundaries. According to Tasha K, interactions in high-profile groups are rarely informal since they could have negative public effects. According to Tasha K, this case might have an impact on how celebrities handle private correspondence, possibly leading to greater prudence, discretion, and established boundaries when interacting with other public figures. The story's dissemination was greatly aided by the media itself. Entertainment channels, gossip websites, and traditional media all covered the purported court file. They frequently summarized Tasha K's observations and presented the story in a sensationalized manner. Tasha K's thorough reporting offered depth, context, and verification that set her analysis apart from idle conjecture. Even while some material ran the risk of oversimplifying the situation's complexity, this distinction guaranteed that Claressa's viewpoint, which was centered on personal limits and accountability, remained at the forefront of the conversation and strengthened her standing as a reliable analyst on celebrity issues. Sentiment research of social media showed some intriguing trends. Claressa supporters placed a strong emphasis on accountability, independence, and empowerment. They established a standard for how personal boundaries are upheld in public places by emphasizing that filing a lawsuit is a defensive measure rather than an act of retaliation. Critics, meanwhile, concentrated on the possibility of misinterpretation, intent, and the dynamics of celebrity culture. Addressing all sides, Tasha K proposed that this incident is a case study of contemporary celebrity dynamics, where reputation, privacy, and public scrutiny all mix in complex ways. Tasha K also looked into possible future developments. There are several possible solutions that Claressa's legal team could pursue, such as formal court procedures, mediation, or settlement negotiations. Both Claressa and Papoose, as well as public opinion, are affected by each scenario. While a court hearing could increase media attention and further highlight the topic, a settlement might allow for closure without additional public drama. Regardless of the route chosen, Tasha said, Claressa's actions show a dedication to accountability, self-defense, and keeping control of her personal life. Tasha K also brought attention to the wider cultural influence. In a time when celebrity narratives are dominated by social media, public personalities are being held more and more responsible for their personal behavior. The example of Claressa Shields may encourage other athletes and celebrities to formally set boundaries when needed, reaffirming the idea that notoriety does not absolve people of the need to respect others' personal space. Tasha presented this as a part of a broader discussion on responsibility, consent, and the changing dynamic between viewers and celebrities. Part 4 ended with a contemplation of the story's significance beyond the current controversy. A champion in her sport, Claressa Shields encounters difficulties outside of the ring that put her fortitude, concentration, and moral character to the test. Veteran rapper Papoose manages the public's opinion and the repercussions on his career. Social media and Tasha K's reporting have magnified the relationship between these two individuals, highlighting the complexity of contemporary celebrity life. Every choice, interaction, and message has the potential to have an impact. The plot involves fans, business insiders, and bystanders, forming a dynamic narrative that changes in real time. In conclusion, Tasha K's disclosure of the Claressa Shields and Papoose incident serves as an example of how private boundaries, legal action, and public scrutiny can all intertwine. Today's celebrity culture can be better understood through industry comments, social media discussion, and fan reactions. In addition to acting as a means of personal defense for Claressa, the purported filing makes a public statement about respect, accountability, and the value of formal procedures in dealing with perceived wrongdoing. As this narrative progresses, it continues to serve as a focal point for conversations about power, privacy, and the obligations that accompany celebrity.